Hello, good morning. I'm back. It's Fredeline from Point Claire, Quebec, Canada. Good morning, everyone. Good morning in Canada. Hope you have starting your Saturday with a good vibes. No weekend. And good evening to our friends and family watching back at home in the Philippines and to all our business partners all around the world. This morning, I have a very special guest from far away from the other side of the world. So I would like to thank her for allowing me to do the interview with her. She's our fellow kababayan from the Philippines, but she's based in Japan right now. And she's doing the business like amazingly, like just awesome results. I want to introduce to you Risa. Risa. Hi, Risa. Good evening. Good evening.
Hi.
I know it's late at night in Japan, but you're still here. You showed up for the interview. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. It's a pleasure. It's my humble honor to be invited to share my journey and share my story and share the screen with you. Thank you so much, Len.
Yeah, thank you. So my first question to you, like, what is your profession or work before becoming a digital business owner?
Uh,
You
my
have a lot.
profession. Yeah. Well, before this, I was actually just at home, to be honest, because I gave birth last 2019. Gosh, I can't, it's been 2 years already. It just felt yesterday, but yeah, I was at home. Or yeah, I gave birth last 2019, and then so I just stayed at home. After that, I told my husband I don't want to go back to work. I had a taste of being a boss
Oh,
on my own, and then I said I think I want to pursue that kind of journey. And yeah, so that's my short professional background.
that's good. So like staying at home, you can do whatever you want to do. You can schedule your own time.
Yeah, yeah, and having a little kid,
Yeah,
you wanna
be with
be
them.
there for the baby and don't miss the milestone because the days go by quickly, and before you knew it, he'd be going to elementary and to school. So there will be times that he won't need me anymore.
Oh, just a quick shout out. Hi, this is Michelle. Oh wow, she's up early too.
Ah.
She's watching from Toronto.
Oh, hi, Michelle. How, Michelle? Can you do like the before? Can you do the live, or you will see it anyway? Hi, Michelle. Hi, thank you for tuning in.
Here,
Ah, yes, there you go.
yes,
Also, when they commented, you will see. Hi, Michelle.
yes, we can do that too.
Okay. Gosh, I'm still amazed with technology. To be honest,
Oh,
we
it's
live in this world, but it still amazes me.
yeah. That's why like we're here and we're learning, right? We're learning
Yeah.
every day. It's a constant
Yeah.
learning.
True. That's true. That's true.
So, sis, what is your biggest motivation in showing up for your business every day?
That's heavy. That's really heavy, I would say, for me, because motivation is something that hits you in the gut, really. And when it comes to business, you will go wrong if you go after money. And if you start looking for the material things, material success, you will not last in whether in business, whether in life, to be honest, if you're looking for material happiness. So for me, the biggest motivation that I have for this business is um I've told you before that they'll be emotional for me, is to the human connection. So I'm actually a compassionate person. I am a humanitarian, and I feel there's so much more in life than you know um
Some things.
than what we experience every day. I show up every day for myself because I know that I have a purpose and I have a message to share. And you know, all people have a different stories. We have our own stories. We have our own struggles. But I show up because I know that what I'm experiencing is much heavier, much deeper, much bigger than the other person. So compared to what I'm experiencing, compared to what my struggles are, compared to what my challenges are, for sure, it's bigger than the other people, right? So um, I am always motivated to show up consistently. Although sometimes I fail because life happens, right?
That's
I
correct.
show up consistently, so I have to remind myself that I am not here for myself, but I am here for people who wants to change their life. So yeah, the biggest motivation is the human connection that I get for this business.
That's a big, that's like, it's a big one. It's like a deep, the deep connection to people. That's what we
Yeah,
get.
yeah,
Friends become
yeah.
strangers, become
Y-
friends, strangers become family, right?
Yeah, yeah, true. You know, I there one thing as well. So I what I love about our business is we start with our why, and that's very rare that you will see it, because when you know that the business cares for your why, you know that you're in the right path, right? Because they are not just after the material success, yeah, so I just love our community so much.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
the amazing and supportive community that you can always, connect with someone and learn from them.
yeah,
People are like, they're not, they're always sharing their knowledge, and it's very, very awesome to be in that kind of community. All the positive vibes from the community we attract,
yeah.
and
Mm.
it added up to our life too. My next question,
Yes,
yes, yes.
true.
What is the biggest impact of the business in your life?
Biggest impact, I would say, I developed a good personal relationship with myself. I also learned to become self-aware and um, to change the way I talk to myself because all of us, without knowing, we are all programmed. We are we are all raised in a way that there's a pattern. You go to school, you go to work, you have to save up, then you have to have a family. And it's I mean, it's not our ancestors or not our parents' mistake, right? Because that's what we pass on. So the biggest impact that I would say, because of this business, I really started to look deeper on my purpose because um, there's nothing wrong with having, with desiring money. And if you have the money, you have bigger platform, right? Uh, if you have the money, you have bigger audience. So what this business gives us is actually a way for us to show up more for ourselves and to create the world that we want to see for ourselves and for our family. So because of this business, the connection that I get every day, the people that I met online, they're not or not they're not they're not just an ordinary people. We are all extraordinary people in this business because we come to this business with a heavy load of our why, and we try so hard to make it so that we prove it that we, it's not only we proving that this is not a scam or this is a get rich quick scheme, to prove that dreams can happen in a normal regular people. And sometimes dreams are it's all taken for granted when responsibilities come in, when we become mature, when we become an adult. You tend to just forget the dreams that you had when you were a child because it's just too big for me. How can this happen? How can it be true? Right? So it's so big, really. So
Yeah, it's like when we have a dream, like, okay, we have a dream, then we set our goals, but we need to take action for the dream to come
we
true.
do, we do. But my take on that is some people, we or let's say most people, we got stuck with when we say we have to take action, because most of us thinks that the action takes hard work, and hard work means physical work. But for me, the hard work is mental. It's mental work, because every day you have to convince yourself that this dream is possible for me. Every day you have to tell yourself that whether the the positive and the negative, those are just labels. It's a result. So what I see, what I tell myself, and when there's negative and when there's positive result, those are just feedback. Those are just information. The result is what I want to achieve, whether it's positive or negative. So I don't really want to go by labels, but we need labels, we need words, because that's how we live by, right? That's how we communicate, and that's how we understand each other. But it's yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah, like the the positivity and the negativity, like it's
Mm,
all in our mind. Like
it's
it's sometimes it's the self doubt, like that's why some people are not starting because they're at first they're starting to doubt
yeah.
themselves. Yeah,
Mm-hmm,
it starts in our mind. So like if you think that if you think you're beautiful, it will come out naturally. If you think you're smart, you know, you
mm-hmm.
it how do you call it? It shows up to you. But if you think you're not good enough, of course you will feel you're not good enough.
Yeah, you walk on always. You live every day walking like, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. So everything you say, oh, I'm not good enough. You feel, oh, I'm not good enough. Unconsciously we live
Yeah.
in that kind of pattern, in that kind of lifestyle.
So that's why I think we're in the community we're lucky because we've given like a blueprint, a right path, a right track to follow. So like we
Mm-hmm.
can achieve, we can achieve our dreams.
Yeah, true.
Very, very grateful. Okay. Sis, what are your challenges when you just starting in the business? Do you have like a business background before or tech savvy?
Uh, yeah, I can say I have a business background before, but when it comes to technical, I would say I'm not. I mean, yeah. I think the biggest challenges for me is to convince myself that this is going to work for me,
Yeah.
right? As I've said earlier, I'm a compassionate person, right? I believe in humanity, and then sometimes during the times that I was, just focusing on the technical side, I felt like this could not be real. How can this bots, how can this what you call it, how can this algorithm determine my way of thinking, my way of posting? So I actually struggled with that. I feel like I the technical side of it was just beyond me. But the challenges that I would say is keeping the faith. I would say, like as I've said, it's mental work, right? Every day you have to show up and you have to tell yourself that this is gonna work, this is gonna work. So
It's
yeah.
work and it's working, right?
Yeah, I would say I'm kind of
You're
in a
working.
slow mode now because my husband is here in Japan, and he got locked down in the UK for 11 months, and
Oh
he
wow.
was lucky to be here in December. So now we have until March for him to spend time together, and we don't know if he can get back again if he leave again, because it's there's still COVID. So at the moment, I'm not saying we don't have a rest in the business, right? But I'm managing the team, and I'm still just doing the postings every day. So it's working. Yeah, it's totally. I would say again, the result is the result that I want, right? So yeah.
Yeah, because in every challenges that there's always like solution. If you want something, you can find a way. If you don't, if sabi nga nila, di ba, sa Tagalog, kung gusto mo
Mm.
laging may paraan, pero kung ayaw mo, lagi kang may dahilan, right?
Exactly, true. You will always find the reason that you cannot. I don't have, I cannot do this, I don't know this. If you're focusing. So, I always say this to my team. It is always hard, or it is only hard if you put all the, if you put your focus on all the complicated things. So you're right. So if you focus on the things that you don't have, the things that you cannot have, you're digging yourself to your grave, to be honest.
Yeah, it's nice to be always in a positive community because you know everyone has challenges every day, like for showing
Yeah.
up, work, for for doing things, even small things. It's all sometimes for people. It's always a challenge. So
Hmm.
it's always showing up and be positive. The mindset is very important, right? Working on the
Yeah.
mindset every day.
Yeah, we have to. That's actually tricky, for people who are not, what do I say, familiar with mindset, because mindset in dictionary is different from the mental work that you have to do to get the mindset. So the mindset is really your personal work, how you want to handle yourself. And I for me, it's really down to what is your relationship to yourself. Sometimes we are always hard on yourself, like, before when I was not self-aware, now sometimes I tell myself, you have to listen to what you tell yourself. You always say, I don't think I can do this, I'm that. Like you're so difficult on yourself. You're always saying you cannot do this, you don't have this, I don't think I'm this, I'm that, I'm whatever. So
Because the best thing is like start something new. Start it because unless you try it, then you won't know the result, right?
yeah.
Unless you step into a step out of your comfort zone, you don't know
Mm-hmm.
that you can do it. Like for us
Yeah.
in the community, there's a lot of introvert people, but now look at
Mm-hmm.
them. They're showing
Mm-hmm.
up every day. They're sharing.
Mm-hmm.
They're they don't know that they can do that before. So
Yeah.
it's a very nice inspiration for everyone.
Yeah.
Like me, I will not do this before. Like
Yeah,
showing
I
up and
salute you
talking and
actually.
everything. But we're not perfect. We don't have to be perfect, right?
Yeah,
Show
true.
your
Yeah, so
authentic
true.
show your authentic self to people. Like we're
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
Yeah, that's the very important thing. Like they can see like, okay, what are they doing? Why are you showing up like that every day? So it's like yourself. I think it's also part of your like self love. Like you believe in yourself, trust yourself, and go out of your comfort zone. Try something else because life is so boring. With when you're always comfortable, life will be
yeah.
boring because you cannot push yourself and you will not know how hard or how powerful you are, right?
Yeah, true. I love what I agree with what you said. Self love, and self care. To be honest, I grew up in a family where we're not rich, right? Self care or self love, it means luxury. Sometimes it's also a rebellion, like a cup of coffee. It's like a rebellion. Why did you go to Starbucks? Why can you not just have coffee here at home? And then self like you want to buy something new for yourself. It's a luxury already, because why can you not use this? Why do you have to buy new one? So for some people, Self love is a luxury. Like I will just buy myself one nice clothes once a year because this is, this is our family. But to be honest, it's boils down to, as I just have said, self love. So,
Yeah, me
yeah.
too. Like as I don't know, like for us Filipino, because usually the eldest, like I'm the eldest of the from of my siblings, so
Mhm.
I tend to be more responsible. Like I when I was working before in the Philippines, I always, for the things that I have to buy, I buy it first for my siblings, not for myself. Yeah,
Yeah.
and now that I'm a mom, I buy always for my kids, not for me, right? I feel
Yeah,
guilty if
you
I okay.
yeah, and then you feel guilty if you buy something for yourself first, right?
And if
Yeah.
you like if you're sending money to the Philippines, you're sending that much money. But if you spend for yourself like that little money, you said, "Oh my God, I spent like that for myself. Like I should have just give it to them, right?"
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
but
totally.
but until we recognize that we have to love ourselves, like we shouldn't feel guilty if giving
Yeah.
some reward for ourselves, because that's why we're working to
Yeah.
have you know but some is the mentality, like
Mentality. Can I do a shout out for all? Because I really love our culture, right? But I'm actually married to an English one, and he
yeah,
doesn't understand the culture that we have. But shout out to all of us who does this. But to break this mentality, hi, Mari. To
I
break this mentality, we have to realize that what we're doing is not love, because that is one way giving, and then it's dying. Because we are not teaching. I mean, I'm saying it this for myself because I used to do this, but we are just giving them a chance to be independent, to be dependent. We are giving them, no opportunity to learn. And then when we go back to the Philippines and we say this, we say that, they feel like, oh, just because you've been to Canada, you've been to Japan,
like
you speak like that. You're like, oh my gosh,
late.
So, but I salute all Filipinos, to be honest. Whether, yeah. Anyway, so hats off.
Yeah. So because for us, most of the Filipino who's now living abroad, the first goal is to help our family, right? Because
Yeah.
we live if we're rich in the Philippines, why would we want to go out of the country? There's no place like home, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like if but we have this I don't know mentality also, like okay, you go abroad and you can have a better life. Is it only me? Or there's millions of us, like we
Yeah,
go out of the country to help our family.
yeah,
That's the main reason, right? We're not doing it just for ourselves. Yeah.
yeah. So true. Yeah.
Um, I'm having I'm learning a lot from you. Like you're such a good like wow, motivational coach speaker, and I'm
Thank you.
very very thankful to have this opportunity that you're sharing your knowledge. And we going back to our business. Can I ask you what is the importance of the webinar, that we're always inspiring people? We're inspiring people, we're inviting people to check the webinar. Um, for you, what is your take on this one?
I would say, I think I've said it the other day. The webinar that we have, is the seed. Is the seed? Is the fruit? Is the I think the seed. This, I would say, no, it's the seed of our business, right? So, if they don't have time for a 90-minute video, 90-minute webinar, then this business is not for them, right? If they cannot spare that time for their future, for their better future, then, to be honest, it's not for them. So when I joined this business, I learned that I can. eliminate people. In our culture, we don't do that as well. Like, well, yeah, yeah, we always just friend, 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 and then um, but in this business you have the opportunity or you have the luxury to pick or choose the people you want to work with, right? And have the same vision and have the same passion. The importance of the webinar is um, the people who are sharing the testimonials and the strategies of how they made it in the business is to inspire them. But most people, they say, "Oh, you're scripted. You're only saying it because you're in this business," and they're only s- seeing the top of the icing. They don't know. They will never know the hard work and the challenges that we've been through to get to this level. But again, it's not us to decide; it's for them. The reason why we invite them to check out the webinar is this is the thing that makes our business easier, my life easier. If not if not for the webinar, if not for the system, if not for the process, I won't be able to do this business for 8 months. I was 8 months. I was able to really, I would say for me it's a really massive, massive result. But as I've said, uh, because of the webinar, because of the system, because of the process, it makes this business enjoyable, fun, and easier.
Learning.
Because that's the juice, that's the seed, that's where you start to grow, and that's where you start to really appreciate this business. So if people are not appreciating the webinar, then it's not for them. And we cannot be sad for them. We cannot also what if ano yung manghinayang, we cannot regret that they didn't
Yes,
like to see the webinar. It's their life, not ours.
yeah.
And they no we don't live once, right? There's a saying, you only live once. We
Live
live
every
every day,
I
and
want.
we only die once, right? So you don't want to die. You want to live every day and
Yeah. But you're not
enjoy.
living. I
So
know
if
that.
this business can give them the leverage of their future, if can give them to co-create their future, what's the 90 minute? Oh, hi, Giselle. Hi, hi.
Living.
Thank you for watching. Yeah, so
Shout
why
out to
why
our.
not? We always watch a movie anyway, and we always watch telenovelas. In the Philippines, here, 2 hour,
How
my
long
mother,
are
my
you
father
stuck?
after lunch.
Yeah. How long are you stuck watching all those how do you call that? Soap opera
So
or
bonus.
abroad like the Netflix, you're binge watching and you know
Yeah.
by series you can sometimes people can watch the series for the whole day.
Yeah.
How many hours is that? But this 90-minute webinar,
Mm.
this can change your life. So
Yeah,
it's a
the reason why this not for everybody, because obviously after the webinar, there is a responsibility it takes, right? And
yeah,
most like 98% of the population are scared of the responsibility, and they're afraid of the change that what might happen. Some are also afraid of success, right?
yeah.
Because they think they'll become greedy, they think they'll become arrogant. So before it even happened, they're already scared of of the results, that they don't want to take action. So yeah.
That's a nice way to put it. Sis, what is like to be a successful digital business owner? We're talking about success, so you're not
Mhm.
afraid to be a successful business owner, right? This business.
No, I love being successful. I you know do you know Jessie J? Jessie J. I love her songs, and one of the songs she said, um, "I'm not gonna stop. I like the view from the top." Do you
Yeah,
know that?
yeah,
Right? And another one is the masterpiece. I'm always, you think I'm complete, but you've never seen the whole me. Say you're always keeping up for your success, but you don't want to become greedy. The thing with success is it heightened your original character. If you're already arrogant, greedy before you were successful, when you become successful, you will even be more greedy. So we have to set clear. We have to clarify
What's
the yeah, what success, really define what success means, right? Can success means being genuinely happy? Can success means having this big house, this amount of money, or just travel the world? People wants to travel the world. So what it is like to be successful digital business owner, I would say for me is the ability of inspiring people and just helping them realize their worth and own their future and own their life. um, so no one can measure success but you, and you have to own it. Own your success and own your why, own your I am, right? Own, that's
yeah.
what I can say.
Every day you
Yeah.
say I am like
I
that,
am, yeah. Yeah,
I am enough,
own it.
right?
Yeah,
I am
own
enough,
it.
successful, yeah. So like
Yeah.
I have this I saw from Robert Kiyosaki, like he's a famous
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
the, the size of your success is measured by the strength of your desire, the size
Mm-hmm.
of your dream, and how you handle disappointment along the way. So like I take it in my mind, like because some people we always most of the people always the connotation of success is like only financial, right? Because when they see people
Mm-hmm.
successful because they have big houses, they have luxury cars, that's and
Mm-hmm.
then they can say, oh, he's successful, she's successful. But
Yeah.
for us, success, like it comes from within you, and it's not only for the material things. You have to be in good relationship, like spiritually,
Mm-hmm.
financially, and personal. Your relationship with yourself. So
Yeah.
that's important for me to just being like, yeah, financial is part of being in the success, because that's the standard that is set by by people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Financial, you're gonna be on top of, like, if you're gonna be rich. That's what it is, right? Getting success is
Mm-hmm.
getting rich. That's the standard of the people. But
Yeah. The norm. Yeah. Yeah. For me, one last thing that I would say. When I joined this business, like so many realizations I have every day. And one thing that I realize to really measure success is if you are fulfilled without having none, if you're happy without having everything, then everything that comes to you are just add on. Everything are just overflowing. Everything is just abundance. Because life itself is a success, to
yeah,
be able to breathe every day, have a, everything around us is abundance. The wind, this ray of sun, the trees, the leaves, and it's everything around us is abundance. So yeah, that's what I one thing that I realize. I am happy within. I am completely within, and whatever comes to me, like my family, they don't complete me. They are add on to me. They are my extra. And my children, they are not the extension of me. I am not. I don't want them to grow up to be living in my shadow. And
with
I want them to have their own identity, not because of my name, not because of their father's name, but because of them. So that's what I really understood about this life when I joined this business. I went really deep on my personal development. So yeah,
yeah. Thank you, Sis Lisa, for sharing that. That's a powerful one.
you're
And
welcome.
yeah, I will not keep you for long because I know you're so busy. Hopping into some,
Yeah,
but
thank you.
I like this, and I like all the information that you share, and keep inspiring people. I know you're inspiring
Thank
a
you.
lot of people, and I sometimes I catch up your life, and I'm so inspired by you doing this, doing some go lives, and your topics like always okay. Wow, she's living like she's so into the business, and she really is helping a lot of people change their lives and inspiring a lot of. Thank you also for sharing this, and for for all your help in the community, giving back to the community, to our team, and to the whole online community, business community. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. Any last words, Sister Risa?
I would say thank you. Yeah, thank you. For giving me the opportunity to share the screen with you and to share the journey of what people can get from this business and more. Shout out to my team if you're watching. One of them, yeah, I don't want to say
Yeah.
it, but yeah. So thank you, really. I think one last word that I would say to all of us is life is to live, not to analyze. So just say that over and over. Life is to live, not to analyze. Life is to live, not to analyze. Because
I'm
if we're analyzing, life is to live, not to analyze. If people are saying to you, like, how do I live? Do you need money? Of course you need money. Do you need to work? Of course you need money. You're already starting to analyze. Just live your, just live your
life
life.
and not to
Life
analyze.
is to live, not to analyze. Do we need
Oh,
money? Yes. Do we need this? Yes. But you are starting to answer because when you say, do you need money? Okay, how do you get money? Do you need a job? So, how do you get a job? You have to go to work and you have to go study. You're already analyzing. So, just live it. Just live it.
that's
Just leave
that's
it on
right.
a daily basis. Yeah.
Okay, life is to live and not to analyze it, not to
Yeah.
overthink it. Just go
Yeah.
live your life
Yeah.
every day. We all live our life every day. Not we don't live once. I
Yeah.
like that. I like that. I came across once that I realized, yes, that's true. We don't
Yeah.
live once.
Yeah, we don't.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. That's a very inspiring
Thank
show for you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for
Bye.
watching, and thank you for supporting us. And don't forget to check us to check our website for lisacrisLifestyle.com. Sign up and get an instant replay after you sign up. Thank you, and have a nice
Bye.
thank you.